If you're an American thinking about buying property in Mexico, stop before your pen touches the paper. Because what looks like a standard property document can hide the exact mistake that costs buyers money. An unclear ownership structure, a title problem, or a rushed payment can turn a beautiful property into a very expensive problem. Before your pen touches the paper, you need to know exactly what you are signing and what must be checked first. The mistake usually does not happen because the buyer ignored everything. It happens because everything looks normal. The property looks right, the contract looks official, and someone says, "This is standard." That is the dangerous part. In Mexico, a document is not enough by itself. It has to match the property, the location, and the ownership structure. A beach condo, an inland home, a border area property, and a resort property may not follow the same legal path. That is why you do not sign first and understand later. You understand first, then you sign. Before your pen touches the paper, ask one core question. What ownership structure does this property actually require? In plain English, how are you actually supposed to own this property? Is it direct title? Is it a fideicomiso, a Mexican bank trust? Is it in a coastal or border area where foreign buyers often use a different structure? That does not mean something is wrong, but it does mean you should not guess. And if nobody can explain that clearly, do not move forward yet. Because a clean-looking contract does not protect you if the ownership structure is wrong. Many buyers think, if the contract looks official, I'm safe. That is not how this works. A contract is only one layer of protection. Before you sign, the real question is not, does this contract look official? The real question is, will I actually get proper ownership of this property? That means the contract should match the title documents. The seller should have the legal authority to sell. The property description should match the real property. And the closing steps should be clear before money moves too far. Because a clean-looking contract does not automatically mean a clean transaction. So before your pen touches the paper, check these 4 things first. First, structure. Are you buying through direct title, a fideicomiso, or another legal structure? Second, seller. Who is selling the property, and do they clearly have the right to transfer it? Third, title. Are there liens, unpaid fees, debts, claims, or other title problems attached to the property? Fourth, payment. What has been verified before you send the next major payment? That last one is critical. Not after you wire money. Before. Because once money moves, it can become harder to protect yourself. The danger is not always a dramatic scam. Sometimes it is pressure. The property looks perfect. The seller wants to move quickly. The agent says, this is normal. And the buyer does not want to lose the deal. So they sign before the structure is clear. But a good deal should survive basic verification. If a deal starts falling apart because you asked normal document questions, the problem is not your questions. The problem is the deal. So slow down. Because urgency is not protection. Verification is. Now this video is about the signing moment. But many signing problems start much earlier, before the contract is even in front of you. So if you want the full step-by-step process of how Americans actually buy property in Mexico, I walk through that in a separate video, from the ownership structure, to the documents, to payments and closing. I'll link it here. Because before your pen ever touches the paper, you should understand what had to be checked before you reach that table. The main lesson is simple. Do not only ask, can I afford this property? Ask, can this property be safely and correctly transferred to me? That is the question that matters before signing. Before your pen touches the paper, confirm how ownership will actually be held. Confirm that the seller has the legal authority to transfer it. Review the title or ownership documents, and understand exactly what must be verified before a major payment leaves your account. The property may be beautiful. The price may make sense. The location may be perfect. But none of that protects you if the transaction itself is not clean. And this is exactly where many Americans lose money. Not because they chose the wrong property, but because they moved forward before key things were clear. If you want to see where those money mistakes happen, watch this video next.